everybody, Foley here for a new entry in Foley Plays Games a Bit. This is a series where we take a look at newly released games and play the first 2 to 3 hours of it and get a general impression of what the game is like. So today, we're going to be playing Season, A Letter to the Future a bit. And according to the blurb here, it is a third-person atmospheric adventure bicycle road trip game. Okay, fair enough. Does that tell me anything? I don't know. It sounds like a walking, well, not really a walking sim, a cycle sim. Is my mic working? It is. Okay. So, when it was released, Season was released last year. Earlier this year, January 31st, 2023. It is sitting on a average critic score of 77, which, according to OpenCritic, is a strong rating, and is recommended by 71% of critics, which is pretty decent. Some reviews, Eurogamer say, an intimate, mindful story of journaling what matters hits a few small bumps in the road. Okay, PC Gamer, 69, nice, out of 100. A gorgeous world is denied a chance to tell its own tale. GameSpot, Scavenger Studios' semi-open world adventure game is equal parts poetry, memoir, and mindfulness exercise. And Destructoid, 6.5 out of 10. Slightly above average or simply inoffensive. Fans of the genre should enjoy them a bit, but a fair few will be left unfulfilled. Okay, so there's some good things to like, but overall it seems like it's a bit meh. I guess that seems to be the general consensus here. I'm just looking at our current bitrate. It's telling me it is unstable, but on the other hand, the stream has just started, so we're probably fine. Yeah, all the other metrics seem okay. No skipped frames and stuff like that. Right, anyway, let's jump in and see if it is indeed interesting but meh. I shall shrink. I have too many cables. I'm just fucking stuck to things all the time. Working on it. Getting a mixer soon. I won't have to have so many cables. Welcome to Season Letter to the Future, where fiction was designed, developed, and produced by yada yada yada. It resembles to real places. It is not intentional, but sort of is intentional. Okay. Press the button. Alright, press any button. Remember, we've got to check these now. Does L3 count as any button? It does, okay. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's only the face buttons and they still say press any button. Camera inversion, no. POV camera inversion, no. Automatic camera aim. I don't know what that means, but okay. Simplified pedaling. Simplified pedaling affects how the player will control acceleration of the bicycle when using a controller. If it's off, the player accelerates the bicycle using alternating buttons while steering and maintaining momentum using the appropriate stick on the controller. That's off. What's simplified then? You just hold the analog stick and you go? Okay, anyway, we'll find out what that's about, I suppose, when we get into the game. Leave Gamma alone. Sound is fine. English. Subtitles are on. What sound effect captions on? Augmented vibration. Manages controller vibration produced by recordable audio. Off. Nearby recordable audio collectibles will produce a slight vibration while being recorded. I don't understand the difference. Again, I'm going to leave them defaulted to off. Or defaulted to, you know, what they're meant to be, except for these. I always put these on. Okay, we should be good. Did that. Save. Yes. Okay, cool. Right. I love to go to my office that has one desk, one tiny desk, smack in the middle of the room, with nothing else beside it. And I put my hand on my lamp and don't adjust it in any way. This is a bit late on the Friday to be asking me these questions. Whomst am I? I don't know, just some guy on the internet.
Who are you? I don't know, but I'm writing to you anyway. Where are you? How far in the future? Where'd you find my journal? I may never know, but you can know me from what I put down on these pages. I come from a little village in the mountains. No one has left here since before I was born.
How do you come from the village
But
then?
our lives changed overnight.
Hang on.
Few days
How do you
ago,
come from
my
the
best
village if
friend had a
nobody lives
prophetic
there?
dream. A vision that the elder said means this season is going to end soon. The world is about to enter a new era. A great change is coming.
We're all gonna look like that.
Everyone was afraid. I was surrounded by questions and I began to feel how little I know. What is this season that is about to end, and why is it ending? What exactly is out there that could turn the world inside out?
Oh, you aren't on the cutting edge of
If there are still voices
unforgivable
singing and
pornography
laughing in the
right now.
wilderness, I could record them before they're gone. I also thought of my dad, who always wanted to see the outside world but never did.
Where do you live that you can't just go outside? Apparently
asked if I
grew
could
up in a
hear.
village that doesn't exist, where nobody has lived before.
The elder had one condition for letting me go: that I take what I
Gross.
collect to the museum vault, a palace of art and memory at the edge of the earth. She says it's the only place safe from the turmoil of a changing season. I hope that's where you're reading this now.
Who did she
I
kill?
can't stop the change that is
She's
coming,
got
but this
blood
time
smear
our
across
earth
her
could
face.
live on in these pages.
She killed somebody to get this
What it
journal.
looks like, sounds like, how it feels to be alive right now. I'm writing to you at the crack of dawn on the morning I leave home. I can smell breakfast cooking in the other room, and I can hear my mom's voice.
You're really going to write something that's meant to make its way all the way through, time into the future and so on, and you're writing it with pencil. The graphite fades really quickly. Anyway. Okay, some things are unviewed. All of these are concluded. Okay. What do you want me to do? Yeah, done. Now what? Wait, okay, why did you show me that? It's fucking weird. Ooh, you're a bit glidey. Meow. Okay, we can't quite spin on the spot. Alright, dog. Mine now. Meow.
3, 2,
What?
1.
Blast off?
Hooray! Mr. Lotto's here.
You don't seem very enthused, Mr. Lotto. Okay. Catalogue of Strangers. Fearsome Tales of Blasé Children. Catalogue of Strangers is Catalogue of Strangers is an introduction to the more frightful aspects of this world. A reasonable amount of fear and fun makes for prudent children. Okay, so it's scare the shit out of your kids so they never leave home. Got it. Ding. Okay, I would not have expected it to make that noise. No. I got first place in being a dickhead, probably. First Wandering Tale Festival. That doesn't narrow it down. Folded by pate. That's impressive. I don't know how chicken liver spread is somehow able to fold pate, but that is pretty good. Hope you like him more than you would have liked a fish pate. Okay. We can't pick up the coin, and we can't pick up the notebook. I went out for a climb, be back this evening. I'm guessing he didn't. Come back. Nightlife in the plaza, 801. Whoever's humming needs to get a new song. Money. Yell spreads her wings over prosperity. Bill is worth 10 poems at the prismatic treasury. 10 poems? Okay. Can it be worth something useful? And an insect. Cool. He's very shiny. I appear to not be able to get to my laundry basket, which is a good excuse to not clean your laundry.
My bag and Dad's camera, ready for the great departure. The burner's on the table, ready to make a pendant. Mom is cooking sweet bark soup.
Delicious.
She got out some old tapes.
Is it oak tree? I love that.
You're up. What are you doing standing there?
There's only the one chair. I thought you'd want it.
Time to get going. It's gonna be a beautiful morning. I'm making progress.
Get the burner out. Finger in the way. Cook breakfast. Something, a pendant. Something out that door. Kick my ass out the door, probably.
Found the burner, camera, recorder, travel bag. Breakfast is in progress. Still gotta make a pendant. We haven't used this in so long. Good thing I saved the instructions. Just as you would use a shield to protect your body,
I mean, I'd use a gun to protect my
an
body, but
identity
okay.
pendant protects your mind, your thoughts, memories, everything that makes you you. We don't wear them here in the village anymore. But if you're going into the outside world, I'll feel better when you've got a pendant shielding you.
Who's talking now?
Diseases of the mind.
If you're gonna give me a speech bubble, you need to put the line to the person who's talking.
Like the dream sickness. We don't know what caused it. We heard people suddenly fell into an eternal sleep. These were years of wild rumors, and half of them turned out to be true. In times of war, a pendant can be used to identify a body. Let's skip that part. Objects have two layers, the physical and the mental. The pendant
Okay.
needs to absorb both. 1. Collect a sentimental object for each sense: sound, smell, feel, sight, taste. 2. Feel the sense and speak aloud a memory of the object. 3. Feed the object into the burner. The memory will leave the speaker.
What if
and it is transferred
what
to
if the
pendant.
object is, flammable, extremely explosive?
That means I'll forget the memory after I say it. It's supposed to be painless. At least. No, you must remember everything. That's your role.
I can tell you the memory
And
after you
it
lose
needs
it.
This little sacrifice. I want to be sure it works. Don't be afraid. A few memories is a small price to pay for knowing you'll be safe. Okay, so this old tape should work for our sense of sound.
How are you feeding this to the recorder exactly? Or to the pendant?
Remember. You and I fell asleep listening to this tape. Your dad came home.
He beat the shit out of me.
We all rested together until it got dark.
Well, this is going to produce like toxic flame, or toxic fume, rather.
What an odd feeling. Like an absence, disappearing. The empty space fills itself back in until I forget that I forgot anything at all. I'm glad I'm only losing a few memories. If I lost too many, I wouldn't even know who you are. You should pick the rest of the objects. I'll lose the memories, but you'll have them independent forever. So they should be important to you. They should be parts of your identity.
Should they be important to you?
Protect.
I could really mess up her whole personality
So think
if I
about
found some
what
stuff.
these items and what the memories would preserve about you.
You think this should be like not left up to a regular person, honestly.
Next, find an object with a strong odor and that holds a
toilet.
piece of you.
Or my laundry basket. Since I can't get to it, I imagine it is extremely stinky at this point. Alright, gotta find something smelly. Hot sauce?
Nothing.
I mean
I
nothing.
used to see souls everywhere.
Nyum.
Childhood. Too sweet, too old. I always wanted to experience new things.
Are you gonna, turn your nose up at everything I pick?
Ancient, perfume, sweet. Nothing is ever lost. Sweet, wax, honey. How I've tried to save things.
Well, our whole thing is about preserving things, isn't it? That one probably makes sense.
Honey, wax, baby, waves. I was loved by people I have no memory of.
Dum-de-dum-dum-dum. What else we got?
Granite, seaside, darkness. This speaks to how my mom loves me.
This may really make... This makes sense for touch. I don't think it makes sense for smell. Although I figured the soup would have been it, no? Alright, let's see if there's anything... Well, there's all the shit we came across there. Was there anything particularly stinky? No. Okay, I'm gonna go with the candies. Wait, no, they're gonna be taste. Candle.
What did you choose for smell? Let's breathe in deep.
Ugh,
This
ugh.
kind of
God, I
candle
hate this
keeps
candle.
someone alive for the time it takes to burn. Just a few hours when death is nearby.
What? You're gonna tell me this ahead of
It can
time?
be enough for last rites, last words. This was Grandma's candle.
This is a bit grim now.
She didn't want to use it. You spent a lot of time with her when you were a baby. I realized she wouldn't live long enough for you to remember her, or for her to see you grow up and discover what kind of person you'd be. So in a way, you don't know her, and she didn't know you. And yet, she loved you. I don't know where love goes, but it belongs to you anyway.
Hey, hang on, you don't need to... You don't need to put the stand in too. Do I have some memory of the stand?
Now touch. Pick something with a texture you like.
The texture I like. I'm still thinking the handprint, because that makes a lot of sense. What was here? Origami, some frog thing. Actually, she might have some things to say about them now.
Creased paper lines. I take care of fragile things. Cheap velvet flower. I collect stories. Cool, scratchy palm grains. A friend gave me this a long time ago.
Okay. Maybe money?
Try. Slime.
Slime!
I always had the intuition the world could change completely.
Where'd you get slime from?
Aggressive. Delicate. Mineral. I look closely.
I wonder if these give you, like... I don't think the game actually has, like, stat boosts, but I wonder if that's something.
Fabric, skin, plush, limbs. This speaks to how my dad loved me.
Okay, it's this or the hand, I think. I don't think the book has anything.
The binding is loose. The lace of the cover is ready to slip away. How I always wanted to meet these strangers.
Stranger danger. Don't be trying to meet strangers. Alright, the dog.
So what did you end up choosing? Okay. Feel the object. I remember.
Time to burn, Mr. Lotto.
You used to take him everywhere with you. One night, you forgot him in the plaza. It was cold and rainy that night,
We're gonna put him out of his misery, it's fine.
but your dad leaped into action as if the doll was a real member of the family. I have this image of his face as he ran out into the storm, completely serious, no hesitation. And when your dad returned with the doll, I forgot for a moment that he's just fabric, stitched into the form of an animal. It felt as if he had a soul, because you'd projected one into him. What was dear to you was dear to us. That was... we were whole. For a little while.
Time to burn, Lotto.
I'm fine. Let's do sight next. Pick something that looks nice.
Okay. Something that looks nice. Well, we got the flowers. We got this weird spoon. We got that weird demon frog thing, actually. Or the insect. Or the origami. I suppose that looks nice too. Origami.
So, what did you end up choosing? I remember your friend Pate made this little bird. You wanted to protect it, keep it like a pet. I thought it wouldn't last long. It's just a bit of folded paper.
Well, it shows what you know,
Took
Mom.
care of it, and years went by. You'd done it. It was still intact. That was when I started to understand what kind of person you are. You will chaperone these delicate things into the future.
Well, not anymore. I'm fucking burning the thing. What's that? Taste?
For taste, we can eat breakfast and feed some to the burner.
Hey, I hate this dinner. I hate your cooking, Mom. I want the candies. Mmm, bark soup. Delicious. Eat up now. This one had a cockroach in
Memory
it.
I'll lose is the one we're forming right now. I want you to have it forever.
Is she gonna forget that I've actually left? Slurp. Okay, but don't put the
Standing
bowl in.
here, you're having a last taste of home.
I'm sure I can make... See, she didn't put the bowl in, but she put the candle stand in.
Now you're protected by lost memories. A gem of home around your neck. This is my
Sure,
only
sure.
condition for letting you go. You must promise me never to take the pendant off.
Even when I'm banging?
And never tamper with it. Okay? Then I'm okay with you leaving. I think your camera and bag are still in your room. It's time to gather them up.
Oh, she's really insisting on getting me out of the house. What does she have planned? Now that she's gone, I can finally play the field. Who are you again? I've lost the memory.
I've lost so much.
Well, you did the last 5 on
The
purpose.
world asked me to lose you too.
Click.
Look at us.
Oh, is that what I look like? I'm hideous.
There we are. There we were.
Why did you let me buy glasses this big?
We'll always be right here on this beautiful morning.
Smidge. Wait, no, that's wrong. Oh, that's the only time I'm gonna get the only time I'm gonna get home lever in
I just
video
performed
games.
a ritual with my mom. The moment has passed, but I'll record it in these pages for you for the future.
Final smile before I left home. The future will hear what I heard and see what I see. My mother's lost memories protect my mind from diseases of the outside world. Sure they do, sure they do. Dad ran out into the rain to save Mr. Lotto. I don't remember my grandmother, but I still feel her love. And Mom knew that I'd chaperone delicate things into the future. Sure she did. And then other things. How do I get out of this screen? I don't want to go to keeps. I want to leave the screen. I'm pressing all the buttons, guys. How do I get out? Write something? What is the deal? Let me out. Let me out. Do I have to pick? Oh, I have to select something. Okay. Can I get them all on the one? No, I can't get them all on the one page. Okay. Well, I probably could actually. I can scale things. It's difficult to do when it's only the D-pad. Right, I can't do it. Right here in the middle. I have a straddle both pages.
I never knew when my mom would share a memory of Dad while cooking, on a walk, with no warning. It knocked the wind out of me. Rituals take this grief and give it a shape and a story. Filling in this journal is a ritual too, but for a loss that hasn't hit us yet.
Huge. Take up the whole page. It doesn't quite fit, but it's fine. Yeah, it fits. I'll pick the right button sometime. Alright, we're probably good now.
I've brought tools to record the sights and sounds of this season. I'll start by recording the only place I've ever known.
Okay, how do I do that? Don't think that's what I wanted. Place enough keepsakes to unlock an inspiration. Carrow Village. My village was created to survive the turning of seasons, but I don't want to just survive. I want to know life and carry it into the future. Yeah, no, I did that. Oh, this is a better one.
Public sleep music is a tradition of ours here. When
Public
the music
sleep
ends,
music.
the village will begin to wake up.
I wonder now if these subtitles are somewhat cheating of the game. So you can find the things that you're meant to be looking for.
We have plenty of fresh water here. I wonder if it's more scarce in the outside world.
Does it count as a thing? I don't know. I'll take a picture of it anyway.
Last night there was a goodbye party here in the plaza. Everyone was so afraid for me. To understand that fear, to understand where I grew up, you have to know the man standing watch over the plaza, Dr. Fumio.
This guy? A bit far away. Birds chattering in the tree. Jeez. Does anybody see any birds chattering in the tree? Apparently, I don't see them. Get a decent shot of him.
This is Dr. Fumio and his son. The statue isn't as old as it looks. The artist wore it down to give it a feeling of ancientness
That's
and the
cheating.
authority that comes with it. Dr. Fumio and his son founded Cairo back in 776. They live on through our traditions.
Okay, so you gotta find some stuff about him? That's interesting.
There are 3 murals celebrating Dr. Fumio's work. I remember soaking my feet in here on hot days.
Inspiration is available. Okay. Mine now,
Everyone
whatever it
loves
is.
fish, even though nobody here has ever seen one.
How big is this thing? That seems kind of novel, so let's add that.
A village that was created as a place
Oops.
to heal.
I left a
Is
bit
that
too
where
much
my
space in the
instinct
middle.
to try to help comes from? It's so strange to imagine I'll be shaped by places and people I haven't met yet. So strange to imagine that I might feel at home somewhere else.
We'll wait until we have some other stuff before we start adding the decorations. Birds chattering in the tree, apparently.
These birds migrate, but we don't know where they come from or where they're going.
Nobody tried to follow them, no? Alright, I think this is one of the other pictures. We mark the day Dr. Fumio cured memory excess. Okay.
Remembering everything must be painful. Dr. Fumio brought peace to so many people here.
We're speeding. So he's somehow come up with some technology to remove people's memories. So it's Eternal Sunshine, basically. He has the Eternal Sunshine machine. He marked the day Dr. Fumio cured time misperception disorder in memory of Augusta Kale, I think it says.
The elder sought out Dr. Fumio to cure her mother, who was suffering from time misperception.
The hell is that? What is time misperception? You can't just drop that on me. No wonder they don't know what's out there. Look at this. It's Final Fantasy IX out there. Fighting mist goblins soon. Right, I think there's another mural somewhere, so let's see if we can find it. The basket. Nothing. What is this? Incense thing?
Smells like an old man's toes dipped in cinnamon. I have to
How do you
drink
know
this
that?
gross
How do you know that
potion.
smell?
Like my pendant, it's supposed to protect my brain.
I think having the memory of that smell should, they should be doing something like that, really.
This is a healing instrument created by Dr. Fumio. It draws on the pure mountain air.
Sure it does.
There's something eerie about an instrument that plays itself.
That is pretty creepy, though.
But wind chimes aren't eerie.
Wind chimes aren't
I
an
think
instrument
a
either.
self-playing instrument needs to imply the presence of a person who isn't there. Like this one does, to be properly eerie.
Rip Dr. Fumio.
Dr. Fumio said the dream sickness was caused by something very powerful.
Dr. Fumio is making up a
He
lot of
was
shit.
unable to cure it.
Okay, so we do have some other things. Rip.
Dr. Fumio was an important person, but we also just have a need to put a human face on events that are beyond our control. He may have felt just as scared and helpless as everyone else.
No, Dr. Fumio doesn't know fear. Dr. Fumio made Caro into a safe place where people could come to be healed. Dr. Fumio had a mission that was so ambitious his work is the basis of all our traditions.
Caro Village is nice if you're a child or an old person. But for those of us in between, I need to leave.
Rip Dr. Fumio, dream sickness, dreams on. By Caro, fish in the sky.
Pate's little daydream of leaving this place, of seeing something weird,
Are we gonna meet Pate at some point? Ugh.
This is
wow.
the cafe
Worst
where
cafe
my dad
ever.
used to read his poems. He wrote one for me. Maybe he wrote it for you too.
Right, have we got anything else to look into? Floral cures. Come learn medicinal plant recipes handled down from Dr. Fumio.
We learn to grow cures for maladies from the outside world, even though they seem to be long gone. It's just tradition.
I don't know how much of this I'm meant to, like, actually record. Guess we'll just grab everything. Probably get, like, what's the view from Caro? Like, pretty good, really. This wasn't just an Instagram camera, this would be pretty good. Okay, how do I get out of here? Alright. Stairs. Where it rotates. Ugh. Smaller. Everybody needs to know about the gross fish. What kind of layout is this? Honestly. Just fill the empty space. Good things. Alright, fine. Alright, time to find our bicycle. Somewhere. On your bike. I mean, if you were going to be documenting, like, the whole thing, not knowing what's really going to happen, would you be, like, taking pictures of, like, the stairs, the trees, the moss that's growing on the rocks, like... Now, what would you be taking pictures of?
I go fishing here with my best friend Pate, even though there's nothing to catch. We both appreciate the silence.
There's not even any water there. What do you fish? I suppose they don't even know what fish are, do they?
Caro Village was founded during the modernity. Much later, Dr. Fumio arrived and remade it in his image.
Not liking this Dr. Fumio. He's coming in with all these weird diseases only he can cure. Camera doesn't seem to like you going up and down stairs. It does this weird snap every now and then.
This flower means you're in my thoughts. The morning after the search was called off for Dad, our doorstep was covered in them.
It's like, thanks. Now I gotta clean. Not only am I missing my husband, now I gotta clean this shit up. Drippy water. I've missed the sound of drippy water. Oh no, it's down here.
A drip, just as slow, reliable, and oddly satisfying as life itself in this little village.
Immediately attacked by a goblin.
Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes.
Keep them closed forever. Congratulations.
Close everything.
Everything. Close your butt.
Do you see
Close your
for
ears.
yourself?
Close your nose.
You see
Suffocate.
for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now, stand.
I mean, they've
They're
decayed
still
at this
there,
point.
aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
Okay, seems Dad was a bit eccentric.
I hold a photograph of everyone I've ever known. I hold it tight.
If they don't go anywhere, right? If they don't leave, why do they have bicycles? Not like Harrow was all that big. Right, bike shop, I guess.
These bikes were used by messengers a long, long time ago.
Uber Eats?
Pate fixed up 3 bikes instead of 1.
Which one are we taking? Yeah. Meow. That's interesting. So you don't have to do anything once you get going. Meow. At least it seems you don't. Maybe when we level off, we'll have to start pedaling properly again. It's a title card. The camera is very snappy. Trying to do just a slow pan, and it doesn't kick in for... The dead zone is pretty generous, fortunately. Okay, they still have rails set up, but they don't appear to be using them for anything. Oh, I've missed it now. There was something down there. I dropped the bike off. There we go. Greetings from Chiang Valley. Hey, guess where I am? I hope you looked at this side first. I had to pay my respects to the birthplace of Manchevs. There's a lot of tourists, but also a weird feeling to the place. It would make me more than it would take me more than a postcard to explain. Take care, Aldo. Okay. Don't bother trying to visit Caro Village. It simply isn't that kind of location. Okay. This village is very hard to find, but if you really need it, somehow you make your way there. I just wanted to let you know that I'm staying here for good. This season can only meet a violent end. It's too bright and too cheery. Azan Islands. Why not traipse around the Azan Islands? Feel like I'm walking tipsy on the edge of the earth. We're skipping from island to island the way a stone skips along the surface of the water, leaving little ripples like a kiss or two. Oh, I don't know. I just miss you today and today and today. You know who. I guess the Caro postcard? That's where we're from. Oh, can I just take all of them? I'm just taking all of them. Wink.
I can see in these letters that the outside world has extremes of beauty and tragedy beyond anything I've known.
As close as I can get. Nothing to say about that? Okay. Dear... I can't read that. Esdale? Okay. Dear Esdale, I'll be surprised if the letter reaches you. The war has become like a deranged sleeper thrashing in bed, eyes closed tight. I've noticed how the soldiers strip people of their clothes first. Smaller degradation which permits everything that follows. I wish I had loved you more completely when the world allowed it. Love, Odell. Stealing
You're
people's
right.
post?
The letter never made it. The season before this one, the war, seems so horrible. I wish humans had evolved to sing instead of talk.
I don't. That would be weird. Everything would be a musical. Okay, import-export. Fabric. We import fabric and roots and export herbal tea and dried flowers. Trade routes are cut off. Caro is gonna feel even smaller now.
Traders used to come to the outskirts of the village. The war put an end to this.
Dear Cornelius, I thought it over and I have to tell you. The name you picked for your baby, it is terrible. Please do not go forward with it. I pray this letter reaches you in time. Yours... Derino? Okay.
That poor baby.
What did they name it? Baseball?
Most of what I've seen from the outside world probably arrived in a cart like this.
Okay, I think there was something before the bird. Here? Okay, no, must have just been the bird.
Someone carved notches in the bamboo for the wind to flit through, so it can sing.
Yes, sing, not terrify people. Why would you put that? Why would you put that there? It's scary as fuck. Alright, back on the bike. Turn around. Meow. Okay, so it looks like we're heading to a port. Or a harbor. Take a picture of this door. Yeah, the creepy bamboo, alright.
I feel nourished in these sights by the unfamiliarity of it all.
Hey, Banana, how's it
Moments
going?
of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. Season.
How you getting on? Bird. There. Okay, how are you? How's the game? I'm okay. It's Friday. That's something. The game's a bit weird, but it's a bit meditative, I guess. Like one of the reviews did say it's like kind of a mindfulness exercise in what itself, so it's very chill. It's a very chill game. And things. Okay, that's probably enough. Moving on. Eat. Good shot. In fact, it's such a good shot, I probably should have taken a picture. Damn it. I'm not pedaling all the way back up that hill, fuck that. Actually, this might work as a decent enough shot. She doesn't have a fucking landscape picture. It's the annoying thing. Filters. Can we go back to no filter? Thank you. Okay.
In the village, these cranes look like little creatures.
Whee!
I had no idea how huge they are.
Nah, don't fall on me. Been there for who knows how long. Now is not the time to fall on me. She really clamps on the brakes too.
I heard at some point the tides got less predictable. Places flooded that never had before.
Alright, what way are we going? Sea Land Transportation Industries established 543. We have no idea when this is. Can you fall off the bike? I don't know. Hasn't happened yet.
A crane to move materials around. The things that used to be possible.
Frog somewhere. Where you at, frog? He's over here. Oh, there he is.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Stuff. Yeah, take a pic. Really? Nothing to say about the frog? Disappointing. Okay, I suppose we could go this way. Sheep! No, goat. Cute grog. No, you said grog. I'm going with grog. It's funnier.
We learned about old technology in school, but not much about animals.
Alright. Is the
What are
goat
these
gonna just kick
strange
me?
goat-like creatures? Are they simply goats?
One would assume so. What up, goat?
My first time petting an animal. I think it went pretty well.
They've never seen people before. That goat would kick the shit out of me getting this close to it. Shame we can't whistle in the game. You have to look up at me. Oi, goat! Hey, wake up. Oh! I phased through him. It's a ghost goat. Ghost. Wait. That's just... that's just the word. Oh, yeah, he's really tucking into that grass. Right, I should probably go back to the bike. We shouldn't leave it there. Don't think I can't go that way. Well, maybe I can't go that way. Can I go through the water? Nope. Also, it doesn't look like he can fall. I don't think the game permits you to eat shit. Ciao, goat. Whoa, whoa, calm down. What was that? Okay. She's got some kind of demon in her. Whoa. That was weird, yeah, it sure was. Creaky metal.
How long can these ruins creak in the wind before they all fall down?
Well, hopefully, long enough for us to get out of here. that's a good shot.
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time.
I think I've interrupted a cool moment there by doing this.
I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, how soon. Not every community had someone like Dr. Fumio to perform cures.
What is going on? I'm about to fall
On a
apart.
cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time. Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes. I passed through it, where others passed before me.
Okay, mysterious fade to black is over. Get in here? Ugh.
When a season turns, the reasons behind things might disappear. But the engine may survive. The power is not lost. It's just buried a little.
Okay. Well, we made it out onto a highway, so I guess that this is set after our civilization. Presumably.
Someone was out here alone.
Can I make a phone call? Every line is dead, every wire is cut. I hate this season. Phone call? No. Nothing to say about that? Alright. Still can't get through these? Nope. Alright, someone's hanging out here.
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live like this. I have a feeling they use these music boxes to fall asleep.
There's quite a few of them. Now, is the music gonna sync up? No, it's not.
Two voices is like me and my mom. We can survive, but eventually you need more. They kept
Oops.
themselves company with music.
I meant to read that. It's too late now.
Three voices as complex as life is supposed to be. I could listen forever.
Really? You just need 2 other people? That's it? That's all you need? Enjoy their hovel. Musings, I suppose. One voice, one tune, alone in the wilderness can't last long. 2 voices, a melody, and a harmony is enough to survive a little while. 3 voices, a community, a song can last a whole season. You can need more than 3 people. That's just a threesome. You need more than 3 for an orgy. Right. I keep making these leaving space, and it just looks weird when they start panning across
I feel so heavy and so light at the same time. I'm not really alone. I'm with myself. I'm with the earth.
I keep trying to leave room, and it's like, no. Lots of rain. Lots of rain. Finished our scrapbook. Alright, not sure which way we're going. What's this way? Alright, this is probably the route out. So, what's up here? Oh, I'm actually not allowed up there. Let me see. Nothing over there.
They used the walls like I use my journal.
Okay, back on the bike. Record all the things.
When I was a kid, I heard voices talking inside the sound of rain. I still listen for it, even though I know it's not there.
I met a driver from a group that's building a community. I'm leaving with him. Goodbye to this lonesome place. Goodbye to this lonesome season. How does this guy write perfect print? Like, all of his G's are the exact same. All of his L's and so on are perfect. Is he just going around with actual stamps and he has the alphabet? And it's just gonna take a really long time.
Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group?
Cheng Valley, exit 45. Anyone know where that is? I'd be able to figure out where in the world this is supposed to be. Oops. Kind of wanted to look around a bit more, but oh well, moving on. So what do we eat? Like, she doesn't have anything to hunt with.
In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Use your voice to fall asleep.
Let's set the scene for the listener, whoever that might be. This is
I
the
know,
elder
some sap
speaking.
on the internet, probably.
We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in my mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions. Like a big, old, haunted library.
Why does everybody else have a giant head?
When I die,
But our
this
character
library
doesn't.
will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel the story of my life could help you
Your head is
understand what
enormous.
kind of world is out there.
Do you have any
It's
advice for
okay
my
not to
trip?
understand everything right away.
No, it isn't. You need to understand everything immediately. Straight away. No studying, no reading up on it. Just understand it perfectly, right
The
away.
moment may pass before you've gotten a firm hold on it. But as long as you're there to witness it, to take it down in your journal, you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all.
No others. I'm not sharing this. I'm not sharing. This is mine. Only mine. How did you become the elder?
First, I got old. That's an important step.
Alright, check. Got that one.
Being an
Now what?
elder is all about how you react to strange events.
Well, poorly? With incredible rage?
The key is not to be surprised, but kind of frown, look serious, and say something like, "It begins." Never say, "I don't know."
You just said it was okay to not know. You just said it was okay not to know, and now she's saying never say I don't know. This is not helpful.
Say, "We dive into a pool of uncertainty."
That's the same thing. Where were you
I
born?
was born on the ocean.
Helpful. Which one?
My mother and father worked on a cruise ship. The short-lived but glorious watery republics. Floating cities. Most won their independence by the time I was born.
Sounds like Waterworld. Is she the girl from Waterworld? Have we found... what's it called in Waterworld? That's like the Promised Land or whatever, but there's a special name for it in the film. I can't remember
How
what it
can
is.
I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political program. How nice.
Right wing? Left wing? which side?
The golden age was a time of flags, logos, mottos, mastheads. My mom taught me to read them. She was the ship's philosopher.
So she was a bum. Got it.
My dad was a recycling engineer.
Cleaned up the bum.
Recycling on the ship was a matter of
That's how they
life or
met.
death.
He was trying to recycle her one day. He's like, hey, I'm alive. I'm just a philosopher. He's like, oh, sorry. Want to get a drink? Recycling on the ship was a matter of life and
We
death.
had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy.
Where'd your family come from?
My grandparents played with the past. They changed it like we change our wardrobe. So it was a different answer.
I don't change
every
my
time.
wardrobe. Don't put this we on this. I wear this pretty much the same clothes all the time. A different answer every time.
But they often said we were exiles of some kind. Exiled royalty from a secret lineage. Blood that glows in the dark.
That would explain the giant head. Must be inbreeding.
Or we were exiled from the mouth of some great leviathan. When they were older, they just said, "We're from here. We're from right now."
Cool. So they're war criminals of some kind? Got it. What was it like growing up there?
I loved the way the ship would tilt and roll with the waves, especially as I fell asleep. It was so comforting. Picture me as a kid in bed, feeling the swaying of the ship.
He's getting sick immediately.
It was like being rocked to sleep as a baby. I loved exploring the ship too,
How much of the ship could you explore? It's not going to change a whole lot.
wandering through the suites, the swimming pool, the game rooms, and oh, There were two dance halls, a large, elegant one and another one in the basement.
You sure that was a dance hall?
A lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, my first kiss.
Your first.
And so forth.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna finish that one. Why? When did you leave the ship?
Our ship was taken over in the early days of the war.
By pirates.
That was the end of the watery republics. I heard the dance hall in the basement became a weapons cache. It took me half my life to say goodbye to the world I knew in my youth. Imagine me and my parents and everyone I knew being escorted off the ship by a company of soldiers. And I'm thinking, I hope they don't make a mess of my room. I was embarrassed by the younger kids who were crying their eyes out, but they knew, I guess.
What did you think was happening?
Even as things got bad, I couldn't imagine the changes were permanent. It's easy now to look back and say the internationalism of the golden season was violently breaking down. You can be naive about all kinds of things, but not war. Most of my life has been spent in isolated communities, and the one moment I was in the wild world, you couldn't pick a more chaotic time. And we had been warned this season was going to end. Oh, but we didn't understand the warning. You see, one night, along a coastline, we saw beautiful lights shimmering above the water. Later, we found out this was an ancient warning system. It hadn't been used in so long. We didn't know what it meant.
Do you know now? Because I don't know what it is.
We just thought, well, ain't that pretty?
Nuclear fire, isn't
We
it?
tried to stick together and camped out on the coast of the prismatic grounds.
What did your parents think? How'd you feel? What are the prismatic grounds?
A kingdom of art and science. They got rich during the golden season. Everything that made them beloved before the wealth came. Passionate, uncompromising, self-obsessed. Made them unbearable once they had power.
They were beloved because they were self-obsessed. I don't know. Are they TikTok stars?
Artists make terrible kings. Are you sure
Doubt.
you want me to
Very
keep
huge
going?
doubt on that one.
The story gets darker from here on.
Oh yes, the good stuff. Let's do it.
Okay, so conditions in the camp were getting worse. My mom got lost in thought for long periods of time.
She's a philosopher.
She'd be completely still for hours, days even. We realized she caught... Well, now we call it time misperception disorder.
Okay. She's spaced out. Got it.
It's when you lose your ability to tell how much time is passing. A minute can feel like an hour. A day can pass in 10 seconds.
Isn't that just getting old? How did it make her feel?
What's so hard is the feeling of absolute loneliness. Normally, we're all at least roughly in the same flow of time. But with this disorder, you walk alone, truly. We heard about a traveling doctor who could cure these kinds of diseases. I decided to go find him. I found out his name was Dr. Fumio, and he traveled with his son Lucio. People talked about him like he was a god.
What was going on with the war, or what happened when you found out? We already know what happened. He eventually did cure her mother. So, what was up with the war?
The prismatic grounds had roped almost everyone into their system until they reached the far wastes and heard no for the first time. Nobody reacted well. It got to the point of, neighborhood against neighborhood. Grievances had been buried so deeply we forgot they were there. It felt like things changed overnight. I'd pass through a city and hear later that they'd torn each other apart. I could not imagine it.
What happened when you found them, which I assume is Dr. Fumio?
I described my mom's condition to Dr. Fumio. He said there was no cure yet, but there was a village high in the mountains. He thought it was high enough he'd have a better chance at treatment.
What's the elevation got to do with anything?
Lower places are more dangerous. Valleys are the worst. He
Okay.
invited me to join them in going to the village, but I wanted to go back and get my parents and bring them with me.
Village high in the mountains, which is probably this village. What happened next?
I packed my things and got ready to leave the next morning. That night, my mom came to me in a dream. She was standing in a field of flowers.
Wait, hang on. Is she dead?
I'd grown since I last saw her. We were the same height. She pressed a finger hard into my palm. She taught me well. I knew the meaning of the gesture. I knew no matter what I did, I'd never see my parents again. In the morning, I told Dr. Fumio I would follow him to Karo village. The next few weeks were very physically tiring, hiking, climbing. And when we found the village, building, planting, cleaning, Fumio brought sick people from all over the world, and they got better.
Thanks. You've descended on our village with a bunch of sick people. Cool. Thanks for that. Trying to avoid the war and shit.
The treatments worked. Everyone was healing, so why couldn't I? One day, we got word the war was over. We never found out how it ended. It was like peace just swept over the earth in a split second. There was a party in the plaza to celebrate the end of the war, but I couldn't bring myself to go. Yes, it was over, but it had taken my home, my family. That night, as I was falling asleep, I felt the bed tilt and sway gently, as if it was being tossed on the waves of the ocean, as if I was back in my bedroom on a ship.
Okay, just having a stroke.
As if I was back in my mother's arms, being rocked gently to sleep. I knew I was finally home, and nothing could hurt me.
See about that? Ow, you said nothing had hurt you. That's what we listen to for comfort, apparently. Okay, got it.
I imagined coming upon a place as hidden and singular as my own village. Eventually, I found myself circling a valley, looking for a way in.
Home of 3 reliable gods. Only 3, though. The 4th one, can't really rely on him. Oh, that's a lot of fog. Yep. Really is Final Fantasy IX over there. Nyum. Cheng Valley Dam, a gift from the Prismatic Grounds, the Electric Peace Project year of 515.
We never used this kind of technology in my village. Nobody trusted it. Wow, it's still working. It's still delivering power somewhere.
Okay, let's go. Gotta go fast. This is as fast as we can go. She doesn't get up like off the seat and pedal like crazy. Well, she does, I suppose. But once she's going, she's. Okay, are you ready to stop pedaling? Okay, there we go. It looks a bit awkward. It's a bit weird. So you need to mash the 2 triggers.
I've heard sounds that can heal the mind. It feels like this noise would do the opposite.
he really short?
Oh, the valley. 1 second.
Okay.
The elder didn't think I'd see any flags. This could be a sign that the season is changing.
Is that a strotophop? Yeah, what are they called?
Camera?
What is it?
Is your words?
I love old gear like that. It's getting more and more rare. I had a camera, but it broke. Not that interesting of a story, I guess.
Correct.
What are you doing here?
Things. Here to meet people, I'm here to experience the moment. I'm here to observe and record the world. I mean, that's actually what we're here to do.
The whole thing, huh?
Yep.
You're young. You got time. What kind of stuff are you recording?
People and their culture, animals and landscapes. Whatever catches my... it's kind of whatever catches my interest so far.
That's the way to do it, if you ask me. If anyone asked me. I mean, the valley would be a good place to use those tools.
But...
Too bad it's closed down.
Because...
Let me finish up here.
Okay.
What will happen when we do as instructed and gather around this fake person?
Hey,
Yes? Would you stop interrupting my
this was
cataloging?
like a second home for a while. That was fun earlier when you showed up. And I was carrying the cardboard man. You were like, who are these guys?
Actually, I was like, why are you so short?
You know, the valley's going to be flooded soon. That's why nobody can go in there. The dam is falling apart.
When's it coming down?
A couple of days from now. Day 0, we call it.
Who is we?
Greyhounders. We're a community organization. We do all kinds of fun stuff. Health clinics, mine sweeping, daycare, evacuations, weddings.
Quite the collection of things.
We're new.
Quite an eclectic list of services.
We'll do anything to make the future better than the present. No big deal. We're trying to get new things going. But it's hard. The past really has a tight grip on people. Doesn't feel like a fair fight. So we're trying to, well...
Make it an unfair fight?
Anyway. It's funny. I stood guard here for a week, and I've only seen greyhounds like myself, and valley people on their way out. But now I see you, and you're like a... new element, or something. I've never met anyone doing what you're doing. And we greyhounds gotta support new things. So...
You gonna pay me?
I'm not supposed to let anyone in. How can I? Jeez. I think you should go down into the valley and take a look. Gotta try something here.
You trying to wink?
Dang it. I was trying to wink. Well, you get the idea. Go on and put that old gear to use. You can take my map of the valley, too. I don't need it anymore. I'll be down to pick everyone up around midnight. See you then.
Okay. Guy. Get your name. I think I got a picture of that standee, though. It's gone now.
I met a greyhound. He let me into the valley. I think he wanted me to record what the greyhounds were up to. And he gave me a map. The assembly point seemed like a good place to start. I wonder what he expects me to discover in the valley.
Stranger danger. The gateway to Tiang. Here stands the gateway to Tiang Valley, home of the three mindful gods. As you enter, try to imagine the millions of pilgrims who passed under this gate before. They were born, they lived, and they died. Yeah, that's
I'm not the
typically what
first to
people do.
this. Just the first in a long time.
It's actually kind of pretty big news if they don't do that. Please respect the residents of Tiang Valley. They are not actors or tourist guides or animals, but hard-working folk. Please collect all trash or debris from the concessionary stands before leaving. This garbage not only clutters the pristine valley, but is offensive to the local people who do not eat mass-processed food or drink.
I'll think about what kind of visitor I want to be.
Entrance to Tiang Valley Shrine. Tiang Valley Shrine is only open to visitors on sunrise and sunsets. Visitors regularly to see it mornings or whether they come in. Like,
It seems like I'll have to wait for night to enter the shrine.
okay, now I was going to take a picture of this before I was interrupted. Tiang Valley entrance. Standy guy. Truck. Flag. Seems like I have to. It's not the first to do this.
The elder warned me about valleys. She said they were dangerous. I feel a dulcet tension in the air. I enter to see the moment between seasons.
Dulcet tension in the air. Alright, guess we're getting in the valley, so. Wait. What's this? Nothing. Cool. Awesome.
This looks ancient. It must have been hard to carve a pattern like that into a rock.
Oh no, they just found it like that. Weird. Aliens, probably. Something like that. Thing. Nothing to say about that. Nothing to say about that. Okay. Can't expect they'll have something to say about every single thing. Well, I am sort of expecting that. Alright, we're going into the Final Fantasy IX Mist, everybody. You know what that means. It means it's time for the frame rate to chug. But also, monsters. Presumably this is the assembly point. Welcome to Tiang Valley. I remember... No. Remember, you made it here, but we made here. Okay.
I am probably the last person that will ever be welcomed here by this sign.
Alright, got the map. A "you are here" would be nice. I assume we're where the bus and the phone are, over on the left. I assume that's where we are. The well-trodden path. This very path you stand on has been the same since at least year 350. Imagine millions of pilgrims walking this humble path to visit the famous Tiang Valley Shrine. Millions of pilgrims is a bit of a stretch. Come on, guys. You're not
My elder
like...
told me there's very little information about the years before 500.
Not like you're fucking New York City or something. All above will remain, all below will wash away.
All above will remain. All below will wash away.
That's what I said. Is the game listening to me? Behold the ceremony of the of the random dead? Okay. A person is selected arbitrarily from the graveyard. A monk unearths memories of this person for all to enjoy. Wow, even in death you can't avoid people laughing at your cringe. And today we look upon this random dead person, Foley, and we bring up the memory of the time he ripped his pants when he was 6 years old. That didn't happen. I don't remember when I was 6 years old, so no, okay, I suppose could have happened.
I have wondered about the lives beneath unkept graves.
Okay, I think we've exhausted whatever's here. I may have forgotten which button was break.
God of sleep, I've been gathering harpic, and I've been gathering courage. If my big prayer is wrong,
My big prayer.
if it goes against divine will,
My big prayer.
please spare the people of this valley. We're so desperate for peace.
A memory told over and over again.
Sonia? Sonia something.
She must have been important to have such an elaborate solitary tomb.
Sonia, head monk, 727 to 780. What is this weird distortion in the air? What is that? Doesn't go away either. Did I take the bike with me? Probably.
All the rituals for the dead in my village require the body, so we couldn't perform them for my dad. But I can make my life a ritual for his memory.
Anything else? This way. Let's just back out onto the road. A memory flower. Excuse me, what is a memory flower? Memory flowers are unique to Tiang Valley. Their long history is intertwined with the religious practices of the valley. Stop and listen! You might be surprised by what the flowers have to say. Beautiful but dangerous. Remember this helpful mnemonic. Memory flowers few, few. Memory flowers many, danger plenty. Okay.
Memory flowers few? Few. Memory flowers many? Danger aplenty.
That is a terrible mnemonic.
The people here are so weak.
I heard gunshots last night.
That was us. What is that?
Look at the pond, the water.
What is that pattern?
Should we run or something?
Something frightening happened in this memory. But what was it?
Whatever this thing is, I would think.
These metal animals are looking up, expectantly.
Hungry Eyes and Empty Stomachs by the local artist.
I can't imagine fishing and actually catching a fish. Too scary.
Okay, probably good for here. Oh, that's the wrong button.
God of sleep.
The people here are so weak.
I'll pan over my empty scrapbook again.
A green space. I feel memory in the air like pollen. It reminds me of a poem my dad was never able to finish. The first line was, "If you want to awaken the dead, just whisper."
We'll probably move on to the next area. Okay, so they merge back to this spot. By the looks of things.
Will the last voice to cry out in the wilderness not even be human?
Getting off the bike quickly for that kind of stuff is kind of hard. There's a lot of buttons to press. Interested in joining the Greyhands? What would you like to do? How do you want to spend your infinitely precious time on this earth? We will create a position specific to you. Each Greyhand is their own department. You have all of the responsibility.
Sounds like they want to adapt their organization to the people in it, and not the other way around.
Oh, that was a you are here. I see. Okay. So there's no going that way.
Lonely power generator crooning. A plan is in progress.
Oh, it's not that. Okay, I can't see them, but alright.
Insects, tipsy on light, stagger around a beam in the fog, mistaking it for the sun, mistaking everything for the sun, mistaking the sun for everything.
Deep. Name, profession? Former Tiangvili resident, Radiant City apartment.
There must be a lot of people going to the city if they need to keep track of them with cards.
Where's Radiant City? Would be a good question. Thoughts on a new season? A manifesto for the future. Everyone knows something is wrong, but nobody knows what to do. Everyone you meet is paddling aimlessly through grief. Everyone you meet is mourning because the last season left behind a beautiful corpse. It is time to bury it and move on. You say it is not so simple. Yes, but the walls that surround us are not as thick as they appear. One of these walls may even be a door. We will summon a moment of psychosis, a moment when we forget that we can't walk through walls. And so we will. We will walk through a wall. What kind of season is on the other side? No one knows, because we haven't built it yet. Join us. Alright, that's a lot of mumbo-jumbo.
Grey Hands want to end this season.
Can I steal some of this? No? We don't have any food. We really should, like, take all of this. We have no leader. Doing it right this time. We will never wage war. Doubt. Huge doubt on that one. The weight of the past will fall off our shoulders, and we will see the world as it is for the first time. Or as if for the first time. We will hold hands for the right amount of time. Not too brief, but not forever. Just 3 seconds. We will build the next season with a nuclear bomb, by the looks of things. Lofty goals.
They say they're going to build the next season. How?
Thank you for helping my daughter find her journal. We were so stressed. One of our people named Soul really took the time to answer all the questions my kids had. He was more patient with them than I am. One of your people, rather. Thank you for helping an old person like me carry all my heavy luggage. I'd like to be a greyhound when I grow up so I can help people.
The Grey Hands seem to care what people think about them.
Idiots. Radiant City. Radiant City is located at a high elevation with safe, fertile soil. Low elevation is dangerous. Low elevation pools containments. Containments? Contaminants, surely.
The Elder also said low places are dangerous. The city is high up like my village. Maybe it is safer.
Radiant City, a blank canvas for your dreams. A community for the full human being. Not the worker, not the parent, not the child. The full human being. We're just gonna mash them all together.
It's hard to imagine something new, a new way of living. But they're trying. Imagine if the man I met is the only living Greyhound, and the rest are cardboard.
Attention residents of Tiang Valley. Problem. The solution. Something about lies. The dam is a problem and the solution is to blow it up. We will take down the dam ourselves so we will know when it will collapse.
There seems to be suspicion about the real condition of the dam and why it's being taken down.
Yeah, because it sure seemed like it was fine when we came through. Can't go through there. Oh, wrong button. Every time.
The Greyhands are the future in all its uncertainty, the good and the bad, the hope and fear of progress. The loneliness of this season will be left behind. A collective project is coming.
It's gonna work though. Pressing too many buttons.
The process of taking people out of the valley was also a kind of ritual, a way of bridging one life to another. They know the world they're leaving. The next one hasn't been created yet.
Okay, where is my bicycle? There it is. Right, on your bike. So, where are we going next? We can go back a bit and take that path instead.
The artist has depicted the Greyhands as a child. They don't have faith in their capabilities, but see them as innocent?
A cow farm. I mean, a dairy farm. Cow farm. Brrr. Your best move, Daisy. That was good. Good job.
Is that your name on your collar? Let's see. You are Madrigal.
No, Daisy. Can't read. Right, pets for Daisy. Go away, human. Leave me to my grass. Wait. Get a good picture of Daisy, too. Profile shot. Nice. Did I not get a moo already? Need to get it again. I have this already.
This machine looks powerful. It must have done the work of many people.
Many horses, actually. Horsepower, if you will.
And you are Mata.
This thing.
It gives me a headache trying to imagine what a machine like this was used for. I have no idea.
Alright. Go around and pet all the cows.
And your name is to pet. I wonder who named you that.
I'll have you know they're all named Daisy. Every one of them.
You are a cow and you are named Krasnaforkai. A beautiful cow named Gorp.
Gorp. Great name. You already. That was Daisy. This is also Daisy. It's going to
The
get
name of
confusing.
this cow is TVC15. Oh my.
Like you. What are you doing all the way over here? I've had the best grass, you guys. You idiots. You're eating all the shit grass. This is the best grass. Idiots.
And the 7th cow's name was Balto.
Volta knows what they're doing. Smart cow. Broke down the fence and everything. What's this one up to? Mmm, delicious rainwater.
The cow is called Frenzy.
Uh-oh. That was not living up to their name. Bath for the cows, but I suspect they're not going to fit. Best moo. Arrgh. International Competitive Cow Festival. Somebody won the best moo.
Cows from all over the world came here to compete in cow stuff? The golden season seems like such a different world.
Ooh, we got a big show today.
Huge show.
Breaking news. The Greyhands have died.
We're being reborn, baby.
And we're taking suggestions for our new name.
Live on the air suggestions from the rank and file.
You don't even need to be a Greyhand to suggest a name.
True, true.
The number to call
Greyhound,
is
again.
0019. That is 0019. First caller, hit us with a name.
Hi, yeah. I was thinking the bricklayers.
Okay. Bricklayers.
Yep.
Laying
bricks.
some bricks.
Shit bricks.
Well,
Bricks of
yeah.
shit.
Thanks for the suggestion.
We'll be taking them all afternoon, so keep them coming.
That number again is 0019. You're listening to Greyhand Radio. We are broadcasting live from Greyhand HQ.
And we're going to take a little break.
Good. Take a long break. A very
If
long
the
break.
Greyhands are changing their name,
Can you call it as
you
well?
know them
I
as
would like
something
to
else.
see if I can figure it out. Like it? Or do you hate it? Uh-oh. I've enraged them. They're coming to kill me. Okay, guys. Okay, I think they like it, so I'll leave them alone. Music for cows, it.
I like the tune well enough. I wonder why it appeals to our bovine brethren.
That's a good question. Oh wow, they actually all came in. Alright, well. Oh, that is too bright, I cannot read it. We're being evacuated. They're moving us into an apartment building in the Radiant City. There's no room for animals. Breaks my heart, but I have to leave all of you here. I've got the radio turned to your favorite station. You've always done right by me. Wow, would you leave your cows?
These people had to leave so much behind.
Why doesn't it allow animals? That's dumb. You guys are gonna need, well, food, but milk and whatever else. Dang.
The sound of this bell has a lot of character. The valley keeps producing fruit, even when there's no one left to eat it.
That's the thing. Trees don't care. They're gonna reproduce them anyway. That's how they reproduce. How did you get up there?
They left so much behind. I can still feel life here.
You can still see it here too. How'd that cow get up there? Daisy. You moo at me all you want. Get down here. What are you even doing up here? Isn't you? Oh, there's straw up here. I see.
Another cow. Another perfect name. Nellie.
Daisy. Why do you keep getting all their names wrong? Wool, I think. So where did they get the wool from?
This seems to be where they sewed these lovely embroideries.
Ice cream? Makes sense.
I've never drank cow's milk, let alone some kind of frozen version.
Rice field? Must be. Okay, if we find a phone, a working phone, which I suspect is not going to happen, but if we do, we'll try to call those guys. I don't have the sound effect for the cow. Oh, I do. There it is. Good job. I didn't think they'd have a message for that picture, but they do. An adventurous cow that wandered too far. Very good.
Compared to my village, they lived in the open here.
I would think the adventurous
They
cow
lived
was the
on the
one who
land
managed to
itself.
climb up the stairs.
I hope in the future, at least some people are still living like that.
Okay, let's move on to the next place, which is... Okay, so we've done the cow farm. We can go to the dig site. I guess, since it's actually marked. So we'll try and go across the river and go there. it's a fruit farm. Okay. Right. Let's go to the dig site though first. Okay. What did this say? No trespassing. Violators will be prostituted.
Looks like there's no one around anymore to enforce this.
That sign can't stop me because I can't read. Do you or someone you know suffer from daytime visions? Please contact us. And the numbers.
I wish Pate could call this hotline to talk about his heavy dream.
Like the truck is broken down.
For every working truck or bicycle, there is always a pile of broken ones, rated to scrape together just enough parts to get one working. There are a lot of these signs. They must really want to keep people out of this area.
Wonder why? What are you hiding in here? All the good shit's in here.
This Greyhound baby is doing science. Is that cool?
I don't think so. They might be suggesting that they shouldn't be messing with whatever it is they're messing with.
No technology has improved on the bird. It can fly, sing, and surveil your neighbors.
Yeah, okay, but can't produce porn of incredible quality, though, can it? Checkmate, birds. Quack. They can do that, though, to be fair. Birds can quack. It's further up there. Nothing. Go in. I wonder if this is telling me not... Should I check everywhere else before I do this? Yeah, there's a notebook on the... Favorite sound is quack. Quack. I don't know if I should go in now. Can I, like, make a save? No. Oh, what's up here? A spooky echo.
Whatever's making that sound, I'm glad they sealed this shut.
Danger. Danger. Memory flowers have taken over this field. Do not enter unprotected.
The info sign earlier said they are dangerous in large numbers. I have a pendant, though.
Yes, my strange magical pendant will protect me. Is this telling me not to go in here, or it's okay to go in here? And then my bike come back.
This field was absolutely full of memories. I'm glad I had my pendant. Otherwise, it would have been overwhelming.
You say so. Big head, though.
In Kara, we have a statue to remember Dr. Funan. But this statue is meant to be worshipped.
Who is the god in the field of flowers? Question. We're looking for a pillar, fountain, and gravestone, maybe? This distorting effect is actually messing with my eyes. Should I be doing this? Should I be cycling or pedaling, walking, whatever it is I'm doing? Alright, well there's the fountain. Alright, it seems to have calmed down now that we've gotten here. I'd like to read my favorite book again without knowing what happens. I know it's tedious, but if you could remove my memories of it, I give an offering of supreme loveliness. My memories of the war, I don't need them anymore. I don't, they're yours. What I saw by the light of the moon, that pattern in the water, I want to forget it. I take it?
These slips are prayers to this god for forgetting things. People prayed here. Who did they pray to?
Steve. Or they forgot, I guess. That makes a bit more sense. I missed something here? Okay, it's not counting it for this for some reason. Oh, it's not a picture, that's why. Do I need to make an offering? May she rest. Barely readable carvings in the rock. May she rest, the year of the din.
The year of the din? Was that how they recorded years in the olden days?
The year of the din. Okay, Still doesn't seem to count.
There's something beautiful about the way the minerals catch the light.
Cat of some kind. I'm thinking it's a cat of some kind. Sphinx type thing. Ow, 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 ow. Hurts brain, hurts brain. Can I pick up an offering or something? I already have one. So what do I put in there? Do I put anything in there? Eee. We can't get any further that way, so I don't know. Hang on, was there another exit? No. Alright, I don't know. Come back to it at the end, I suppose. We'll have figured it out by then.
Sometimes recording, I feel like a vulture, feasting on a melancholic corpse. Never mind, forget this.
No, that's what we're doing. Gotta remember that part forever. Okay, since we're getting pretty close to the end of the stream anyway, we'll go into the dig site and see what that's about. But first, we gotta find the monkey. Or lemur, whatever.
I'm sure these critters will escape the valley before the flood.
Are you? How sure? Look at the camera. Close enough. he looks terrifying. Yep, keeping this one. It was grim. We're keeping it. Is this game recording things and taking pictures? Yep, that seems to be it. That seems to be the gist of the game. Which is fine. Like, as I said, it's a very chill experience.
This is a season.
But I
when
think
you
whatever
watch
the game is, this is
on
it.
And on and on and on. Will the echoes fade away, or will they be cut off abruptly?
That one obviously didn't count. think like a lot of the reviews were kind of like, yeah, what it's trying to do is interesting and novel. But I think you don't get enough. You don't really get the payoff for kind of, looking through all of these, learning about this world and everything about it, like this kind of world building that they've done, and you don't really get the payoff for understanding anything about it. It's just...
The fabric negotiates with wind and gravity. The end result is flight.
Which I don't think is what the game
when
is going
I cobble
for.
together my own religion, this will be a god.
Kite god. Okay, I seem to have gone past dig site. Like, I don't think that's what the game was going for. I think it was going for a kind of meditative mindfulness kind of thing. Like, it's sort of chill experience of investigating just things that you haven't seen before. Alright, let's see what the deal is. Hopefully this doesn't actually advance time of day or whatever.
I found a dig site that is fenced off from view. What were they doing here?
There's an evil tree in the back too. Okay, we need to see the evil tree as well before we're done. Alright, what's going on
Looks like it was
in
recently
here?
abandoned.
So is this the reason they're trying to get rid of everybody? Really? That local guy who died studying harpic. I put his notebook back where we took it, in the huge tree near the lady's farm. We copied everything out of it anyway. I hope that stops the kid from trying to sneak in to retrieve it. Could someone fix that hole in the fence?
There's a big tree with a researcher's notebook inside it somewhere.
Alright, well, we're gonna go find that evil tree. The lads, look at them there. The day... Can't read that. The day we packed the last crate, we were sweaty and exhausted, and Jono says the real work begins after day 0. Hardy har.
They look relieved to have finished their work.
Nothing on this one. Or this one. Getting none of that. Apparently gentle instrumental music is playing, but I don't hear any of it. It's possibly a bug.
I heard this tune before, on my journey here.
Okay, you can hear it. It's extremely faint. Yeah, I wonder if they have that message for, like, go into the dig site so that you can't take the bike in. The apartments are now open! The renovation and cleaning of the apartment complex is finished. If you haven't yet made a dwelling request, now is the time. Can I make a dwelling request? That'd be great. Housing market in Ireland is absolute shit. Greyhound Dental Care Workshop. Come learn basic dental health care to help your neighbors. No experience required? No thanks. Where'd you learn how to do dentistry? Oh, at the local dental health care center. They just teach random people. Now get away from my teeth. Work concludes in Tiang Valley. Day 0 approaches. Excited Greyhound volunteers stand around the deposit they uncovered. Please submit ideas for our new name. Following the vote taken at the last meeting, we need names. Don't be shy, no bad ideas. Names. Apparently there are bad ideas because they didn't like bricklayers.
The work at the dig site has something to do with day 0.
You are entering a quiet zone. Danger. Psychoactive mineral present. Handle with care. Do not speak or sing or whistle near the mineral. Interesting.
This is the kind of brain trouble my mom warned me about.
Brain troubles. What did they find? I assume the issue is that they found some kind of mineral that is responsible for the memory flowers. Estimate 10 years old? It accumulates the most on objects in the soil with strong sentimental value. Childhood toys, wedding rings, photographs, journals. Because of ambient memory? Ambient memory. Okay.
Memories and emotions condensed into a mineral. I wonder what this channel is for.
Okay, site manager, Talizora. Date sent, contents, truck number. 37, Harpic, 60 kilograms of something. Then research files 3 days later. And 5 days after that, a generator, miscellaneous equipment and soil samples. The day after that, channel 63.2 FM.
They must have already shipped out all the Harpic they need.
Maybe we can go back to that radio and tune to it.
The necessity of day zero is not just psychological, it's ecological. Because there is a compounding effect to these minerals and their psychological effect. And we see this in Tiang Valley. There is a memory and a memory of a memory and a memory of a memory of a memory. This echo effect, this recursive nature is the problem. As this cycles
So what,
through the
we should just
ecosystem,
stop remembering
it creates
things?
points of pressure where things bleed, and soil and human minds are contaminated. Some will say, what's a few daytime visions? But it is an increasing risk, an increasing danger. Left alone, the haunted quality of this season will only get worse. The necessity of day zero is also to... This particular action will neutralize this phenomenon at its source.
Doubt.
This is not an endless cycle. We are putting an end to this psychoactive material, and we are opening up space for something new.
How do they plan to
Necessity of day
remove
zero
the
is not
haunted
just
quality of this
psychological.
season?
The necessity
What
of
is
day
day
zero
zero?
is not just psychological.
I don't have any notes.
Maybe I can find out more about it.
Alright, we're gonna head into the actual dig, I think. Okay.
The memories of the owner now turned into a beautiful mineral.
So if they've already shipped out all the mineral, it's the idea that they've dug it up and then they're just gonna put it somewhere else?
A bit upsetting to see graves treated like this.
The big prayer. Gotta do a big prayer, guys. Day zero. Day zero, 50 kilometers in radius, 309 kilograms in amount. The big prayer. Wherever that is.
They dug up all that Harpic in order to conduct some sort of prayer on day zero.
I've recreated the same setup as the prayer statues right here in my workshop. I set up a singing bowl so I can verify the pattern that will form in the water. And some harpic, of course. Each god seems to correspond to a resonating frequency. And when this vibration acts on the harpic, we get the psychoactive response. Going to give it a try here.
Okay, pretty freaky. I knocked myself out.
I remember watching my dad make shadow puppets on the wall. Felt strange because I could see how it was done. I could see the trick of it, but it still felt kind of
using
magical.
actual, like, live action shots here. It's kind of weird.
It worked. I do feel the more I do this, the more tired, and it feels like it takes me longer to return to the present. But now I have some control. I face the question of how this mineral affects the soil. I still have a lot of work to do.
So does this just go off if
That's
people randomly say, like, phonetically,
Mineral
din?
can affect the mind. The Grey Hands present one side to the public, and another is hidden behind metal fences. There is no one
Seems
to
they haven't
approach
changed
them.
at all, have they?
There is only my record of what they did here.
Okay, kind of done everything here.
I wonder what's on this reel.
Okay, we have to go back to the assembly point to play it. Alright, so there's a little bit of, like, investigative stuff. It's not just randomly take pictures and record sound of things that you see in the environment. It's these kind of things where it's like, hey, figure out some stuff, which is a little bit more interesting, I think. Wonder if I could play that reel I found. Like, these sections are interesting. Like this thing, who's the god in the field of flowers? Like, it's not stuff that you're just randomly picking things out of. I can't go back to the previous one, but there were other ones like that earlier in the game as well. I feel like I get bored of this game fast. Yeah. It's a tricky one to stream, I'll give it that. It's gonna be a tricky one, which is why it's only part of this series. But yeah, it's very much I want to relax, and I'm not interested in playing a really hard, difficult game right now. No, you know, I don't want to play Dark Souls right now, or I don't want to play something that takes a lot of effort. I just want to chill out. And yeah, you have days like that. It's It's interesting to watch it. Are you sure? Oh, not there. Careful. You should play Sekiro to relax. There is a No, I might have deleted it actually. There's half a Let's Play of Sekiro, I think, on YouTube somewhere. I was doing a New Game Plus run, and I just got kind of frustrated with it. So I just felt really stressed every time I had to turn on the game. But it might still be there. I may have deleted it. I'm not sure. I tend to delete Let's Plays I don't finish. It might still be there. Okay, we can get back to the assembly point.
Stay where you can hear me, okay?
Thank God they...
They sound so free and happy, just roaming around the world.
Oh, I got to New Game Plus 4 to get the platinum. Finally did it, but I was so annoyed the whole time. Yeah, that sounds like Sekiro, alright. I was trying to do the platinum in just New Game Plus, just the first one. I had done everything really in the first run of the game. You hear distant music. Distant music continues. What's up? Distant sound of someone running towards the phone, knocking things over. They pick up the phone.
Oh, thank God someone is still down there. I've been trying to get a hold of someone for hours. Ah, thank you. I forgot the Day Zero materials. You know, the visual literature, the warm bath of ideas? I left it at the dig site. It should be sitting on a barrel with a fruit sticker on it. Oh, wait! Hold on. I forgot to do the secret password. I don't even know who you are. Is it too late now, you think? Okay. What day is the day after tomorrow? Phew, okay. I did figure you'd be... Sorry, I didn't recognize your voice. Hard to keep track of all the new recruits. What else was I gonna say? There was vandalism on a few of the posters. Bad stuff. I put them in the trash. Keep an eye out for more. Anyways, thanks for answering. The Day Zero material is in the dig site.
I know.
Sure.
Got it.
Should be sitting on a barrel that has a fruit sticker on it.
Yep.
You know, I guess I was going to say you could bring it to me, but the flood will destroy it anyway. So actually, I was worried for nothing. Everything is lost.
Well, I've got it now, Chief.
God, we really know what we're doing. I'm excited for this all to be over. I'm excited for this all to begin. Bye-bye now.
Okay, see ya. Well, now we really gotta watch that thing. He seemed really stressed that he didn't have it anymore. I have been toying with the idea of doing a Mazocore series playthrough. And for those who don't know, Mazocore are the Souls-type games. Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Nioh, Wolong, the newest one, Stranger Paradise, Steel Rising, Mortal Shell, all those kind of, fuck you, hard games, basically. I have been considering doing a proper series of it. Because I did Elden Ring, and I did the whole LP, platinumed it. So I can do it. Can put up with the stress. We'll just have to see if I can actually manage it. Not promising anything, though. Day Zero film, the final cut, should be shown within 24 hours of exposure. Here comes 2. Chickens.
We begin
Trees.
in our mother's arms.
No, you begin in the
We
doctor's
open our
arms,
eyes,
actually.
But she's not there. We breathe in. Where is she?
She's dead, Chief.
She is everywhere.
Unless you got exploded.
And we breathe out. Good morning. Welcome. Congratulations. You have just stepped into a new season. You may feel as if you're seeing the world for the first time.
Oh, that's what they're gonna do with the
You may
mineral.
have noticed that colors are more vibrant.
They're gonna like wipe everybody's
You may
memory.
have noticed that food tastes better. What you are feeling right now is how it feels to be liberated from the past.
Yeah, because you literally can't remember
There
it.
once was a season that was beautiful.
My first FromSoft game was Bloodborne. I never thought I'd get
Your
through
eyes were
this.
clouded.
Bloodborne is a
And
tough
the
one to
next
start
ran
with.
backwards.
I'd have
You
gone
were
with
weighed
like
down by loss.
Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls,
Haunted
maybe?
by the
Bloodborne's a
nightmares
tough
of
one to just...
another era.
Yep, I'm gonna play these games.
Now you may feel as if a great weight has been lifted.
Oop.
In certain
Shit.
cases, you may feel an unexpendable well of energy rising up inside you. Because you know there is so much to do. That the world is ours.
No, it isn't.
And it can be anything we want.
It's that kind of thinking that got us in this position.
With your help, we're going to do it right this time. You won't be alone. There will always be a hand and
A grey
voice
hand?
beside you. There will always be a song to sing.
Not if you keep wiping everybody's... Keep wiping everybody's memory. Got it on PS Plus, so that's the one I just asked for. Give it a shot. Hold on. This is get very culty. Very culty right now. After Bloodborne, I played through Dark Souls 1 to 3, then Sekiro and Elden Ring. Oh, that's quite the feast. Yeah, brainwashing, lots of it. I think it's actually literal brainwashing too, because they're going to use that mineral. They've collected so much of it in one place and just wipe everybody's memory.
What if, on the other side of all our fears, is a better world?
But they think it's, you know,
Or
because
worse.
people are holding on to the past. So if there is
What
no
if it
past
depends
for
on
them
what
to
we
hold
do
on
right
to,
now?
then everything will be fine. Anyway, that's not good. Pretty bad shit right there.
Day zero will
That
be the
doesn't
day
sound
between
good, it
one
sure
season
doesn't.
and the next. It will be the moment everything changes. They believe this will create a better season, that it will heal us.
There is tremendous doubt. Seems to be what they're going for, alright. I don't have a lot of space for this stuff. Okay, so last thing we'll do is find the evil tree. Because it sure looks evil. Okay, so we have to go back to the fruit farm and then skirt around it and take the second left. Since I started doing the Resident Evil series playthrough, I've been thinking of doing other... If we were stopping the cult, maybe. That might be the gist of the story. Since I started doing Resi, I can't see where I'm going. I've considered doing other series. There's the evil tree. So Final Fantasy 16 is out soon, and I have been meaning to go back and just play all of them. Which is a shit ton of games. It's not even it's more than 16 games. That's way too many. Series is. So there's Final Fantasy, and then there's the Massive Core games, as I mentioned. They're kind of a loose series. And then there is the Yakuza series, which I have never played, but I think I would like. But they are also enormous games. At least the Resident Evil series, the games are kind of short. I want Final Fantasy 16, but I don't have a PS5. Yeah, well, you're gonna have to watch me play. I don't know if that'll piss you off more or not. Harpic is like a musical instrument. You play a note on it and create a reverberation. The frequency of sound impacts the frequency of our brain waves. My opinion, we should learn from his mistakes. Who's his?
The Grey Hands have a lot of this stuff now. For better or for worse.
Worse. It's worse. To Matiora? Matiora?
The bird stole a small trinket. I left the bird its prize, but maybe I can learn more about the locket.
Evil tree. Picture of the evil tree. Take a picture of the locket. Get closer to the locket to take a picture of it.
Home to a thieving bird.
Look, if they didn't want the locket stolen, they shouldn't have come in sight of the bird. They knew what would happen. You know, this tree is a lot less evil than I would have liked. Destroy the evil tree.
A piece of car, severed, dangling. As a warning to others?
I'm not sure that's what they mean. You need to find the root of the tree and dig it out. Picture of the evil tree.
I feel the slow chaos of life in its branches. A tree dies on the same spot it was born.
Not if it's in an earthquake. Or an avalanche. Then it gets moved. Or a mudslide. Not thinking of all these things that could happen. A scientist should be doing this work. May the buried memories and emotions of the valley heal this tree.
The tree looks healthy. The ritual must have worked.
There are a lot of things to take pictures of with the evil tree. Paint can something? Nope. Lots of newspapers. I have exhausted all things of the ancient tree, it seems. This knot must mean something. Fine. I guess none of the things I find interesting are actually interesting. Alright. Let's finish the I can't see anything. Now let's do it. No, that's the wrong button. Now let's do it.
This valley is so different than my village, but both places have an enormous tree watching over them.
Wait, we had an enormous
This
tree?
tree will pass in the flood.
Where was
What
it?
will be the end of the tree in Cairo?
Wait, no, we did have... It's not that big a tree. It was, like... Not as big as this one. Huh? Game. Why are you being weird? Okay, I guess it doesn't want me to put it on that side of the page. Okay, it just doesn't want me to put anything on that side of the page. Okay, fine. How about now? No? Doesn't like it. Okay. Okay. Alright, so... Finishing up, we'll go say hi to the goat. Or the sheep. I think the sheep, actually. Eating all the fruit. No, it's goat. Still. Stuff. Good stuff, Billy.
You're a future person. Are there goats where you are?
As if there aren't. It's not a feature I want to live in.
I'm petting this goat for you.
How this goat doesn't just... I mean, any goat I've come across, IRL. Now, that's not... Now, to be fair, not many. I do live in Ireland, but I don't live on a farm. Like, they're angry sons of bitches. This is my point. They're not like, yeah, I'll go up and pet this goat, kick the shit out of you.
Season going.
Right. Anyway, before I reveal more of my parochialness, we'll call it there for today's stream. So that was Season, A Letter to the Future, for a bit. It's a pretty chill game. There's not a huge amount of like actual gameplay to it. If I was going to do a full stream of this, it would probably fall into the Foley Fables series, which are games that are focused a lot more on story than anything else. I've met goats behind fences. Did you climb over the fence to get into the goat? Was the goat in prison? Was the goat in prison, Banana? Is that where you met them? Yeah, it's an interesting enough game. It is very chill. Certainly a game that you would play to relax more than anything else. You know, you put it... Okay, maybe other people wouldn't put them in the same bracket, but I put it in the same bracket as something like The Sims, Stardew Valley, you know, builder type games, management type games, just stuff you kind of play to just chill out to. You visited a goat in prison. Oh, I'm sorry. It's terrible news. What was the in for? Eating somebody's antique cans. Anyway, Season, I believe, is available on everything except the Switch. Pretty sure. Let me just check OpenCritic. Oh, it's not, you know. So it's PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and PC. It's not actually on Xbox either, which is interesting. Anyway, we're going to call it there for today, though. Tomorrow, we're going to continue Resident Evil 4. We are about halfway through the castle. No worries, Banana. Thanks for dropping in. So we'll be continuing Resi 4 playthrough tomorrow. Sunday, we'll have the weekly news recap where we, you know, discuss any new releases, any updates, any news in the gaming world. Some stuff about Tears of the Kingdom this week. There was some stuff about Final Fantasy 16. We'll have a chat about that. As well, I think I will also stream Breath of the Wild Sunday. I am very keen to get it finished quickly now, because I'm finding it difficult to avoid spoilers at this point, because people have gotten very hype on the last Tears of the Kingdom trailer, which I have not seen. And I am trying to not see and not know anything about it until I finish the game. So I'm on a mad dash to finish it now, basically. So we're going to stream on Sunday to try to wrap up the last of the Champion's Ballad, which is kind of the last story thing we have to do. And if I can manage that, then on Thursday, our usual day for Breath of the Wild, we'll finish it. Or we'll try to, I don't know. Ganon might be crazy hard, I don't know. But we'll attempt it anyway. That'll be the plan. And then, as well, on Sunday, as part of the weekly news recap, we do a channel update, so you'll know all about the schedule, about what's happening next week on the channel. This was Season, A Letter to the Future, as part of Foley Plays Games a Bit series, where we take a look at newly released titles and play them for a bit, which is usually 2 to 3 hours or something like that. You can see over my head, there's a couple of candidates for what's going to be next in this series, but they don't have to be those ones. If you have a suggestion, if the game has come out in the last 6 months or so, you know, make a suggestion. We'll see if I can fit it into the roster. Might be a game I haven't even heard of. Doubt it. But it might be. So yeah, let me know. Right. I'm going to head off. Thanks for dropping in, Banana. And anyone who's hanging out, lurking in the chat. Or lurking not in the chat, specifically, I suppose. Appreciate it. If you want to catch any of the other games we've done as part of this series, you can find it over on the archive channel, which is on YouTube, youtube.com/DoomTrain5. Right. Have a good rest of your evening. See you guys tomorrow for Resident Evil 4. Bye-bye.
Thank you.